Okay, this video is being done here on the counter so that you can see exactly what a perfect stop waist should look like. We have the connection tee with the steel threads inside. We have a brass nipple, which will then help reduce the amount of torque that go on either end of this and spread through the dirt. This is the turn-on. This is what they look like when you look down inside of a stop waist valve that's out in your yard. There are dozens and dozens and dozens of varieties of stop waists available, from the $29 cheapies you can get at the big box stores. This is a mid-grade product right here. Great product, will produce a nice shelf life. The dilemma with using a product like this is that your PVC has to slide over the top of your stop waist valve, and with pressure and settling can shift so that it's difficult to get the turn-on key over the top of the stop waist valve itself. The other one is we've seen actually pieces of pipe separate from this because it just slides on. The stop waist valve we use has a special feature and costs significantly more because the access tube actually threads on and therefore will never move from around this piece, as well as stay on the valve itself. I've screwed that piece on so that you can see it. That thing's rock solid. It doesn't really matter if dirt pressure is coming from the side here or from any number of directions. That's going to stay absolutely together, whereas the previous one is going to shift and move all over the place. Remember, these things are typically about 4.5 feet down, so if you don't get a good one, I guarantee you will be digging it back up later. Earlier we talked about the type of stop waist we use and how dependable this thing is. We have done literally probably in the neighborhood of more than 1,000 stop waists in the last 30 years, and I've only had one of these valves ever fail on us, and it was under warranty. That bugger has a 5-year warranty, and it comes with a 2-year parts and labor warranty from us. The way that we attach the stop waist to the main supply line is through a pressure coupler on the main copper line. This particular unit, as you can see, is just standard, average, run-of-the-mill unit, and the pressure is supposed to hold that in place. Normally we don't see these things loosen up, though we can start to develop leaks around this end because pieces will move a little bit. But when it's attached to the stop waist itself with this, and I'm going to show you a complete picture in just a moment, typically there's enough pipe and product in the line that the friction and the settling will actually hold it in place rather than relying sheerly on the pressure. One step that we like to make sure is we will check and make sure that this piece is good, it's intact. If we do need to replace it, we're going to use a piece that actually has those steel rings on the inside. The reason those are important is because that actually cuts into the pipe itself, steel, copper, or poly, whatever you're using. Those pieces will make absolute sure that that thing cinches down and absolutely holds on, because we're not relying on the rubber pieces like this one. We're relying now on a very sharp piece of steel that is cutting into that line to pin it in with huge pressure. This makes a more dependable repair and creates a better, more solid outcome for the homeowner.